Hi, everyone. This is Norman Kochnak here. I'm joining you from my car, which might sound strange. I've been joined by Mosen Sheikh. How are you, Mosen?
Good, mate. Good, very good. And yourself?
Oh, I'm very buoyant. We've got a lot of good things happening. Obviously, um, this match today between Sri Lanka and Pakistan, which is going to be enormous. I mean, I actually very significant. If either team wins 2-0, they're probably going to force their way into World Test Championship possibility.
Absolutely. Spot on, Norman. I think that the enormity of this series is great in context of World Test Championship because Sri Lanka at home, they're coming in with a bit of form after winning that last Test match. Their spinners are really upbeat at the moment. The batters have been scoring runs. So I think it's going to be a real good challenge for Pakistan to maintain their spot in the Test Championship ladder. But I think Sri Lanka is on a roll, especially winning against Australia. They're upbeat and winning well. They won against Australia first time ever with an innings victory, and Chandimal 200 is the first double hundred against Australia. So I think that is going to be a great challenge. A lot of commentaries about Pakistan pace battery versus Sri Lankan spinners, but I think it's going to be goal is definitely going to be spinners game to win. And Yasir Shah is back in the 11. There's a debutant. I know Fawad's missed out. I tagged you in one of the
Yep,
posts from
sort of.
ESPN 11. So Fawad Alam, after having an extended run and failed against Australia, he's lost his spot to a young lad. Not so much young now. For the last 3 years, he's been scoring at 55 in the first class. So he's earned his spot at number 5. I still think they're one batter short because Rizwan's batting at 6, being a top order, and then you've got 5 bowlers. So I think there'll be a one batter short. They would probably should have gone with one all rounder in a spinning all rounder, probably. But they've backed their 3 quicks and 2 spinners.
Yeah, it's interesting. The fact that Sri Lanka is now playing 3 tests in a row on the same ground, which is
Mm,
I don't actually remember that last happening. I think
mm,
that would be rather unusual,
mm,
but it's obviously beneficial to Sri Lanka in particular.
mm,
Pakistan will need to warm into the series like anyone will, and they might
mm,
struggle a little bit.
mm,
But I, I'm particular. Look, there's been a lot of discussion about you just mentioned some of the players from one Poet Allen from Pakistan, but there's been a lot of discussion about Niroshan Dickwella, which I think is really unfair.
mm,
Okay, he didn't keep brilliantly, but everyone has an off day, so I'd
mm,
leave him alone. He still is scoring 2,600 plus runs, not a century, but to me, he's a valuable cog in the side. They shouldn't get rid of him, and they haven't, thank God. The Sri Lankan team, they seem to have kept the same spinners, which
mm.
intrigues me because obviously they're running with a momentum scenario, which is very clever. Um,
Yep.
it'll be interesting. Yasir Shah, to me, should have been evident in the previous series
Mm.
against Australia, which he
Australia.
wasn't.
Mm,
And I don't know why it's only now he's come back. But anyway, it's great. I think he's star power. We know that.
mm,
And
mm.
someone worthy of having the side. He's like a Shane Warne to Pakistan, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
look, the toss is about another 20 odd minutes away. I'll be
Yeah.
joined shortly in the car by Rapakshi and Janatul Shimon, who plays Bangladesh. So we're going to the Sydney Cricket Ground. And would you believe we're going to the SCG not to watch cricket? We're actually going there to watch. I'm not going skydiving Barama. That'd be stupid. Jesus. It might look like I am with this jacket. Hang on, I did not. Oh, no, I'm not going skydiving. I might go car jumping, but no, I'm actually going to the SCG, Baram and viewers. I'm going there to watch not cricket, but actually rugby, not rugby league, which is my favourite, rugby
Union.
union. Australia are playing. I was going to say South Africa. Australia playing England, so it's the Wallabies, which is Australia, are playing England, which they're not called the Lions. I think they may not be called the Lions. They're England and Australia. It's a decider, the best of 3. They've had one each, and it's at the SCG, which is a rare moment. I think it's been 20 plus years since they last played an actual match of this nature on the SCG. They normally play at adjoining grounds, which is just about finished. So it's a big deal. in terms of the cricketing side of things. It's not cricketing, football side of things. It's a big match. But we're not really going there to cover that. We're going there to enjoy the experience. In fact, we're going to be on the long queue because the queue will be enormous. I'm a member, but the queue will be enormous. And I will actually wait and we'll be interviewing people on the queue as well today, which will be interesting. About cricket, about rugby, whatever. It's going to make it a rather interactive session. So that's what I'm doing, Baram. They have an LGBT event at SC also today. Do they? Well, I'm not going to that event, so I can assure you. Okay. If you're implying something there, Baram. All right. We're also joined by a whole host of interesting people. Kavish Maldenia is from Sri Lanka. I'm sure put a Danuja Pereira. I'm saying he's Sri Lankan. We've got Shara J, I think pretty much Indian. And then Kenroy Fearon from Jamaica. So there you go. Anyway, so they've got a lot of people, and obviously Baram from God knows where, Indonesia or some far-flung forest. I'm not sure where he is. He used to be Philippines, now it's India. So not India, sorry, Indonesia. So they removed the pitch for the rugby. No, we don't remove any pitches. At the SCG, the soil is what it is. It's bulleye soil. It stays the same soil. I just grow longer grass. Bulleye, it'll be quite hard for the players, actually. They get rather, yeah. I can't hear you. I was going to get someone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So what they do is they leave the square a bit softer and the grass is a bit longer. So what happens? And a lot of times when I was part of New South Wales, the players don't get access to SCG until Christmas, which is a long time because once the winter season's over, it takes a lot of time for the groundies to bring the square up, make it hard. And that's what the challenge is to get the grounds ready now that we are back at SCG with sixes to start the season off in December. So the groundies will have to do a lot of work to get the grounds ready for T20 World Cup as well. So I think there are not many rugby games towards the tail end of season in this year to get the grounds ready for T20 World Cup. So it'd be interesting how you go there, Norman. I hope you enjoy the game and the atmosphere, and the ladies you're taking with. I'm sure they'll love the atmosphere because it's always good.
And my son as well, by the way.
And your son as well. He's as I said to you, he's a good-looking rooster. So you just leave him alone. Don't monitor him.
He'll have his fun, and I'll have to just be the fifth wheel or whatever you call myself. Okay. So look, Danuja Pereira is saying that Asita Fernanda may be in ahead of Mahesh Thekshana. That means they're bowling. Well, are they bowling? Is it not such a spin-friendly pitch? Then you have to wonder. And I also saw that it's going to be more of a fast bowling pitch, which kind of also fits as Pakistan are playing three pace bowlers.
Exactly.
Harris Ralph misses out. Hassan Ali is out of form. I would pick Harris Ralph every time, but
I would have gone with Shaheen Harris and Naseem Shah. That would be my pace battery. But I think with Hassan Ali struggling the whole of last year with white ball and red ball, I think they will probably just give him one more test. But I said previously this pitch will be a bit more turning pitch, but then the Colombo pitch will be a bit more even and suited to Pakistan. But it'd be interesting to see what happens at toss. What team Sri Lanka? They haven't announced their 11 yet. I haven't seen. Have you, Norman?
Of the Sri Lankan team or the Pakistan?
Yeah, Sri Lanka. Pakistan have announced 11 yesterday.
No, they haven't yet. They haven't yet. But I'm pretty sure that the Sri Lankan team will not be that necessary. They might change fast bowlers or medium pace bowlers around.
Yeah,
I don't think there'll be any more changes than that. Actually,
no, I don't see any changes in top six. They're batting and going with Dickwalla as keeper, and then keeping the spinners from last test would be a smart thing because obviously they've done well against Australia. So I would like to think they keep the winning combination from last test match. But it'd be interesting.
Well, it's only a short while ago, for God's sake.
That's exactly right. So toss is not far off. So we'd know the team.
It's about another 15 minutes.
That's right. So we'll know the teams shortly. But I think this series is going to be a juicy one. Because Pakistan and Sri Lanka do have a bit of a good history. In recent past, they've been playing nearly every year, and famous performances from Yunus Khan saving a test match in Pallekele, and then Rangana Herath winning a test match on his own with finger spin. There's been a lot of recent past. There's been a lot of history between these two countries playing a lot of Test cricket and very competitive Test cricket as well. So I am
Oh,
actually
it's
looking
going to
forward
be.
to.
They're both primed in good form. It'd be great to see. By the way, I'm having. If you send me eating, I'll be eating little red frogs.
Are
Sponsored by Little Red Frog, sir.
you loving the sugar hit? What's that? Nearly 2 o'clock, and you loving sugar hit?
I need that.
You need that. Okay, fair enough.
Now, yeah, Kamindu Mendes is out today. Yeah, Danajaya to sort of. We knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Kamindu deserved to stay in there. He played well, but
He did.
I still can't work out the whole Test match with Sri Lanka. Kamindu did not bowl one single delivery, despite
No.
having been
An option. Yeah. They continued to bowl with those four frontline bowlers, and they didn't use him as his fifth bowler option. But it was interesting approach.
I'm about to be joined by some people. You're getting the back seat, are you?
Hello.
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 Challenge or Simona. And we all know. Hello.
Hi, how are you? Who is it?
Hello.
That's Mo's in Shake. He's
Ah.
in Brisbane. And
How
he's
is weather in Brisbane, by the way? It's very hot in Sydney.
It is beautiful. I was just out at training. It was 21 degrees this morning, and what a beautiful day we're having in Brisbane after a long week of cold nights. We've had so many freezing nights. When we say freezing, if it's if it's under 10 degrees, we call it freezing in Brisbane because we are not used to cold.
they're stealing my frogs already. But don't worry, I've got backup.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. You don't come up unprepared for
No.
rugby game. No.
So we're actually live girls, you know that, don't you? We're
Live girls?
not live girls. We are live, comma, girls.
Make sure you choose your words right.
All right, so we're going to be hit. So I'll start the car, but we're going to. So okay, keep a watch out for the teams. Most, and I think pretty sure that. So where are we going today, girls?
We are going to
A special game. Rugby.
Who's playing?
Wallabies and England.
Versus Australia.
I think I prepared the homework well.
Well, that's what I suppose. No, he's just gone off there. Just disappeared.
I'm just checking if there's a toss and stuff on.
Okay. No, not yet. There's still 12 minutes to go. It won't be a toss.
Yeah, I was just saying if they have announced the team yet or not, or any update on the team news, but there's nothing. So I'm back.
What's that?
Really, so yeah, I think.
Can I check your car?
I'm not going to get fined, right?
No, you're not going to get fined. Because the last time they Rapakshi's parked in my spot, she could have got. I was going to fine her for parking in my spot, which is hilarious. Anyway. All right, we do digress. So, all right.
Drive safe, Norman.
Your car's just, where is it? There. There's one here. Yeah. She got herself, Rapakshi got herself a new car, and she's been showing off, you know.
What did she get?
That's Porsche I bought.
A Porsche on my foot. Porsche my foot.
That's the Rolls Royce.
It's a.
Just be prepared, Mama.
Okay, I'm going with it. Okay, Rolls Royce now. Okay, Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce. Wow.
It's the smallest Rolls Royce I've ever seen. But anyway, I think it's shrunk.
And that's the biggest Ferrari I'm sitting in.
I like this car. Your door's not closed.
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, because I'm used to like.
Slam it. All right, we got that closed. All right. Now, so Mosen, just quickly on your thoughts on this game. What do you think?
I initially thought, look, Sri Lanka being red hot, coming from a massive victory over Australia, my heart goes obviously that Pakistan do well, but I think Sri Lanka in conditions that they played 2 tests already on this ground, and obviously the Turner and the team on a high. I think this test match is Sri Lanka's.
Yeah, I mean, look, you would, but look, we can't. It's very hard to predict exactly who's going to win because we were very much damning Sri Lanka in the second test match, and they won. What did they? We really
absolutely
they turned it around so much.
And the quick turnaround was so phenomenal because the first test they lost within 3 days, and then they came back. They came back really well. And I remember after day 1 when we caught up, the Australians were on a run, and day 2 they came back well. They cleaned up the tail really quickly, And that was the best part from Sri Lankan bowlers, even the debutants. They bowl to the plan, they stick to their plans. They did not deviate what they did in the first test match. They allow Australia to dominate with sweep shots and using the crease. But this test, they continued to bowl at one channel, one line, and Australia had to change their plan. In first test, they were successful in sweeping and using their feet. But in this second test match, what was changed, and it was quite visible that they were playing from the crease. They were forced to play from behind the popping crease, and what that allows Sri Lankan bowlers to bowl with a lot of attacking lines. And what happened, you saw Smith getting out when he was behind the popping crease, Marnus sweeping a full ball, Trevor's Head, same thing, even coming towards the tail, they were just poking from the crease. They changed their method because Sri Lanka bowled really well. So on that history, as you said, it's really hard to predict who's going to win. But based on that history, what they bowled, what their plans were, it was really clear in terms of what their attacking lines were going to be, what their plans were for each batters, and they executed really well. So that is what is giving me confidence in my comment, is that Sri Lanka, if I'm in Sri Lankan camp, I'll be very confident going into this test match and saying, look, I have done well in response to last test match. I will be probably 60-40 towards Sri Lanka.
It's interesting because Sri Lanka beat Australia. Australia beat Pakistan. The logic is that Sri Lanka should beat Pakistan. But having said that, I'm almost now turning around to it being a Pakistan win. I don't know why I'm thinking that. The only main reason why is Pakistan will not be fooled into going on the back foot. They'll be used to such conditions. It's spinning more than a Pakistani pitch, mind you.
True.
They'll be used to it.
Yeah, and the only thing, one more thing in selection part of Pakistan, because we don't know what Sri Lanka have picked so far. What my thinking is for Pakistan side of things, they're still missing that all-rounder component. Whether Fahim Ashraf would have been an option and they could have gone in with Haris Rauf instead of Hassan Ali, that's still to be explored. Fahim Ashraf have done well in Test cricket recently, done well in New Zealand, done well at home, and then he got dropped against Australia. And since then he hasn't made himself back into the team. He's done a reasonable job as an all-rounder. They don't have any an out about all-rounder like Green. They don't have that at the moment. The luxury of all-rounder is always valued in Test cricket. So that's why they have to bat Rizwan at 6, and that's it. That to me, on a spinning deck, once your opposition is on a roll, you could be a batter short. And that's to be seen. Puts a lot of pressure in your top 6 to go big in first innings, whether you bat first or whether you bat second. First innings runs are always got to be are very important, because as we saw against Australia, second innings, the ball's turning, staying low. It is not easy to score runs in second innings, so it's very important for 6 batters to score big, and you've got a debutant at number 5, so it's harder.
But what a Pakistani batting lineup, though, for God's sake! Shafiq and Asar Ali and obviously Babar Azam.
Yep.
And Al Haq. They've got a pretty damn good opening.
They've been coming off with good runs against Australia as well. Everyone scored 100. So that's again for Pakistan side of things. That's what I think the management and the team would have thought. Everyone's on a bit of a run. That's why they wanted to stick with the 6-5 combination. My liking would have been 7-4 with a 7th being an all-rounder, because that just gives you protection in bowling and protection in batting. But they've gone with 6-5 combination. Let's see how that unfolds.
Himanshu Rahela asked, Sri Lanka wins, what benefit is it to Australia?
I think Australia is safe. I think Australia, from the table, if you look at it, because between Australia and India, it's going to be a big series. South Africa is coming to Australia. I don't see South Africa winning in Australia. South Africa playing England. I don't see South Africa winning against England. So South Africa could be squeezed out, which means Australia will remain at 1 or 2 spot at the worst.
South Africa's going to be more than squeezed out. They're going to be beaten by Australia and England, for God's sake.
Exactly.
Kavisha just said that the second test will be also played at Galle because of the political instability in Colombo. That's interesting.
That is interesting because I thought initially if the second test goes to Colombo, that would suit Pakistan more than Galle. But now that if they've changed it, I think that's a benefit. Or I think 55-45 to Sri Lanka.
4 test matches in a row at Galle. My God.
I know, and and Galle, we all know it's a picturesque ground with the castle at the background and beautiful sea breeze, and it turns. The interesting about Galle is this the breeze changes from time to time. So if it's one direction in the morning, it in the come past lunchtime, it just changes direction. It's very interesting ground that the bowlers would be changing ends from. They will not have a preferred end to bowl to all day because if the wind changes, and that also makes the reverse swing helps as well. With Pakistan 3 pacers, they will get some reverse swing if the ball gets aggressive, because obviously this is third test match on the same ground. I don't think it'll be as lush as it was at first test against Australia. So it'll be interesting.
Well, Pat Cummins and Dave Warner are both down in Coogee and Bronte. They've been saying around the traps.
Mm-hmm.
They may well be at this test match tonight. It's such a novelty to playing a rugby match between Australia and England on the SCG, which is
Absolutely
historically incredible. So
absolutely, yep.
Absolutely. If members don't get there early enough, they don't get in, which is the first time I've ever seen that.
That is unbelievable. And how's the weather? How's the day in Sydney? Is it nice sunny day?
Well, it's what do you reckon, girls? Is it sunny?
It's like rain. Oh, it's nice day.
It might rain. Okay. Well, it looks partly cloudy at the moment, but it's hard to tell at this early stage. But it's not beautiful clear skies. No. And the game's not on. We're getting here at 2:00.
Yeah.
The gates don't open until 6:00.
Wow. Are you catching up for lunch or something? Are you guys lunching somewhere, or what's your plan?
Well, I'm going to go and get a queue in the row. The girls might go off somewhere else, and my son will be there as well. So we'll do that, and they'll do some filming, and we'll just enjoy the time. But someone's got to be there at all times to keep our spot. In fact, they're playing winter cricket at Moore Park. I can see on the right. The winter comp, all in white.
Yeah.
Almost looks like we're in summer for a second. Yeah, but the reason being because I've got a membership, which is great, but I haven't got a reserved seat. So if I don't get in early and they fill up, and they'll just go shut the doors, bad luck.
That's right. No, I'm getting early.
Because of that hysteria, people are going to get here earlier. I'm pretty sure that when we go there now, there'll already be a substantial queue.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
So Brendan's asked what we need to do to go to the final. Who's we, Brendan?
If Australia, if you're talking about Australia will be there. With Sri Lanka, they need to win their next 2 series. They need to beat Pakistan. And who they've got after Pakistan? I think they've got Bangladesh.
Right.
And I don't know. I don't know if they've got Zimbabwe. Yeah. So I think they've got a good run to the finals. They've had their tough series already. Whereas if you look at Australia, they've got another tough series coming up against India and South Africa. Whether we say it's going to be walkover, I don't say over South Africa be walkover, but it'd be interesting. West Indies, yes, I can say that. There's only 2 test matches. So Australia have got a tough run home. Pakistan have got a tough run home. They got England as well after Sri Lanka. They've got England and New Zealand, so they've got a tough walkover as well. Whereas Sri Lanka have got a decent run home, I think. India, for that matter, for India to be qualifying, I think they'll need to beat Australia. That's what my prediction. I've been saying it for a long time. For India to get in, they'll have to beat Australia well at home to make it. Yes. And their loss to England didn't help. Their loss to England did not help, and plus they lost 2 points. They lost 2 points to slow over rate, so that did not help at all. So I think that's what it's going to hurt if India misses out.
Now the toss would be happening now.
Yeah. Let me have a quick look if there's.
It might be a little bit early. So breaking news: Sri Lanka have won the toss and elected to bat first, is what they're saying.
Bat first. So it's not surprising that team winning toss would be batting first.
Or Sri Lanka.
Yeah, so Sri
Is
Lanka in this.
is that the case? Sri Lanka won the toss and the batting? That's what Ahmed Raza is saying. He's obviously getting it. Robert M says we'll get this match on Foxtel. I know we will.
Yeah, I think Fox is showing. So.
Why wouldn't they? There's no other cricket on, so they'll have to watch it.
No, true.
Well, Sri Lanka wins the toss and the batting first. That's a massive advantage for them.
That's a massive advantage. The interesting thing from spin's perspective is a left arm spin versus a leg spin. So Pakistan have got a left arm spinner, and Sri Lanka, obviously, we know have got a left arm spinner, and plus the advantage of leg spin, how Yasir Shah bowls well. So it's going to be.
He's going to bowl well. You know why? Because he's going to be determined to keep his place in the team. He's going to see this as an opportunity because he was on the outer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I reckon he'll get a 5 for a shot. That's my prediction. Yasir Shah is going to be coming out with venom. All right, so
I'm just trying to look if Sri Lanka have they named their 11.
They haven't, or they have?
No. There's still no 11 there. So.
Yeah, they would have probably announced the change to the toss. So I'm just driving into the SCG now.
So where are you parking? Are you parking at the?
Yeah, it's in the grass there.
Yeah.
We're very early. The girls are going to get a shock. We're really early, but in terms of getting a position on the queue and getting the best seats, and this is worthy of getting the best seats.
Absolutely. Take some pictures, post on your media.
I will. We'll be live in a minute. Hang on a minute. I'm able to drive right through. What's going on here? This is bizarre.
Oh, is it?
There's no parking anywhere. This is really strange.
That's good.
You know, normally you get blocked off on both ends.
Yeah. True.
There's already a queue here, but it's not a very long one. Girls, we're going to be getting the best seats, girls.
That's very good.
So I'm going to drop you girls off, okay? Do you want to... Where this queue... Oh, where's the queue? Is there a queue? Hang on. I know this guy. Hang on.
Oh, they're drum cross.
Oh, my God. Hello? How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
All right, how are you?
Good. Is that where the queue is?
Yes.
Wow, we're really early, aren't we? It's good.
Very. But you can't leave the car here.
Oh, why not?
Well, I think you can, but it'll get towed away. Probably not a good
Come
idea.
here. Norman, you know me.
Yes, I do, Norman.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. So you obviously come in.
Yeah, we're going to drop the two girls will drop off and they can wait here. Do you want to get off, girls?
All right. Just
All right.
watch the car behind
Okay, I will. All right. So where's the parking? The parking's not open yet?
No, the parking won't open until I think it's about 4 o'clock.
Oh my God.
You're kidding me.
No, I don't think.
I mean, I've overreacted to the queue, but it's probably better to be early, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
I'm lucky my car can fly as well.
Yeah. I want to go park. I'll go in the
Yeah, 4 o'clock parking, unless you go into
I'll go there.
DQ.
I'll go there.
I think it's about $30 for the day.
Which is the same for here.
Yeah.
No worries. All right. Girls. Shimona. You need to say goodbye to the show.
No, that's all right.
Bye.
Say goodbye, Shimona.
See you, ladies. Enjoy the game.
Thank you. Hopefully see you again.
We're now. Yeah, I'll take
Definitely.
this. Hang on. Take this. Just you don't need it, but just hold it. Just put it on
Just to look good.
All right. I can't believe this. I'm here, and there's only about 5 people waiting. I'm thinking cricket queues when they get here at 4.
Yeah. True.
But
that's
I mean,
good.
still, if we're the
You're
first
here
ones on the
early.
queue, we get the best seats.
Absolutely. Yep.
And that gentleman, he's the security guard. He knows me. We've known each other for years. I mean,
Fair
I
enough.
was expecting a bigger crowd, actually.
Yeah, you might get a big build up towards 4 o'clock or so.
Yeah, I'm just. So I'm just going to make sure that they're just knowing where they're queuing.
So the news is Sri Lanka has
That's
left.
Christopher. You know who beat me then was Christopher. My son was in the car next to me. Where are you? Are you in darkness? Have you seen the sides or?
No, they still haven't put the side up on Cricinfo. But yeah,
I'm really shocked. I fully expected to be. There's only about 10 people here, which I'm shocked because cricket there would have been a.
yeah, cricket would have been a bigger crowd. I've lost you. I've lost you. I can't hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. No, it's
Yeah,
just.
so cricket would have been a bigger queue by this time, especially from my experience on sixes and whatnot. You know, but
I mean,
two
this
to
is a
30.
rugby crowd. They tend to be fashionable, but I mean, any minute now it'll go crazy.
Yeah. I think 4 o'clock probably you'll get the chunk of people flowing into SCG. So I think that's good timing.
Actually, hang on. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna just do. Hang on. I'll get my son next to me.
Yep.
It's gonna do some weird things. So okay, so go and park. I'm in here. You go and park, right?
Okay, you ready for playing 11, Norman?
Huh?
You ready to hear the playing 11
Yes,
for
please.
Sri Lanka? So they've
Yep.
got Fernando, Kororatne, Kushal Mendes, and Matthews.
Because what's his name's not there.
Yeah. And you got Dhananjay De Silva, Dinesh Chandimal, Dickwala, Ramesh Mendes, Mihan Tekshana, Prabha Jayasuriya, and Kashum Rajata. So obviously they've left out 2 of the guys from last series.
Well, they left out Kamindu and
Yep.
and Nisanka's still not well. It looks like
Nisanka's still not fit. Yeah. So the change from last one is basically Kamindu Mendes.
Yep.
And it's good to see. It's good to see their dominant spin against Pakistan, and we all know
Shimona,
Pakistan from yesterday.
grab the tripod. The tripod. Sorry.
On your back.
Yeah.
So Pakistan team have got a debutant in Salman Aga. So I know Salman Aga from Lahore Qalandars. He was part of Lahore
Perfect
Qalandars.
spot. That's early on. That's
What
best.
should I say?
I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Sorry, a bit of mayhem going.
No, that's okay.
Stand.
Yeah. So just
right.
just commenting on Pakistan 11, Norman.
Yep.
Yep. So the debutant Salman Aga is the change. He's batting at 5. He bowls a bit of off spin as well. He's come from Pakistan under 19 ranks.
So this is the guy that was expected to play?
Yeah, well, I thought they would probably go with Asad Shafiq, but they haven't. This young lad has been in Lahore Qalandars camps as well for the last 3 years. I've known him from Lahore Qalandar camps. 2 years ago, I saw him. So he's been scoring heavily in first class. And apparently last 3 seasons in their first class system, he's averaging 55. So he's been heavily amongst the runs. So he's forced himself into the team. Obviously, Fawad Alam being the first choice for last series and series before for Pakistan has not performed in last 2 series. Hence, he's losing his spot to the youngster. So I wish him well. I hope he does well. He does give a bit of a off spin option as well. He used to bowl quite a lot of off spin in the under 19s. So it'd be interesting to see how he goes on a turning pitch. But obviously,
So Harris Ralph is definitely not the side.
No, he's not. And that's what my comment would be, that instead of Hassan Ali, I would have gone with Harry.
Yeah, I mean Tahir's saying, "G'day, mate. How you going?" And we've got Robert M saying about Ralph. Yeah, they're somehow not letting Harris Ralph get used to being in the side, and
Yeah.
I think that's a fundamental flaw because he needs to create a partnership with Shaheen. They're a
Yep.
perfect foil for each other, and,
Yep.
they get along really well. And I believe they could be the next Broad and Anderson type combination. I really
Yep.
do.
Yep.
And I think they've got to understand that they've got to allow them to get that happening. And
Yep.
I think they've done that so far. That's my only thought. So
I think so. I think
disappointing.
as you rightly so pointed out, the bowling combination or the bowling partnership have been really effective in Test match. If you look at Courtney Walsh, Curtly Ambrose, Wasim Wakar, Anderson Broad, these combinations have served Test cricket for a long time, and they bowl well for each other. It's not just that one person gets a wicket. It's about how well you bowl with your partner. So I think they got to get Harry in there sooner rather than later. I think he's unfortunate that he missed out in Rawalpindi, where he was supposed to make his Test debut, and then in the other two Test matches he was out because they preferred to go with Hassan Ali, who has not impressed in recent past.
You know what you could do. First of all, a prediction of Australia versus India. I think India win 4-0. What's yours?
I think India still, but how well they win, that's going to be determinant.
If they continue with Travis Head and Alex Carey and the team, I tell you what, they don't change their lineup, they're going to be in a bit of a rude shot.
They're going to be in a bit of hurt. I think they got at least changing that number 5 spot. I think they'll probably should go with Maxi in India.
Travis Head, I'm sorry, will not perform in India. He's shown his lack of ability there in Sri Lanka. It'll be even worse when he plays in India. Okay, you know what you could do, Mose? You could give a little 5-minute summary in the language of Urdu. That's the main language of Pakistan, correct?
That's right. Yeah. I
Would
can
you like
do that.
to do that?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Do you want me to start?
Yeah. You all got the floor.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
ओके अस्सलाम वालेकुम तमाम दोस्तों को बहुत बहुत खुशामदीद नोमन के यूट्यूब चैनल के ऊपर हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं श्रीलंका और पाकिस्तान के पहले टेस्ट मैच के लिए। श्रीलंका ने टॉस जीत लिया है और वो पहले बैटिंग कर रही है। पाकिस्तान की टीम जो कल अनाउंस की गई थी उसके अंदर दो स्पिनर्स जो हैं वो दोनों स्पिनर्स जो हैं वो मुख्तलिफ हैं। ऑस्ट्रेलिया टेस्ट मैच से नोमान इज बीन ड्रॉप्ड और यासिर शाह जो है वो अपना कमबैक कर रहे हैं। उनके साथ जो है नवाज जो कि फिट हो चुके हैं और लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिन ऑप्शन है। उसके साथ साथ सलमान आगा जो हैं वो अपना डेब्यू कर रहे हैं नंबर 5 स्पॉट के लिए। पाकिस्तान की टीम ने फवाद आलम को ड्रॉप कर दिया है। फवाद आलम जो है पिछले 4-5 टेस्ट मैचेस से अपनी वो फॉर्म नहीं दिखा पाए जिसकी वजह से वो टीम में वापस आए थे और वो अब ड्रॉप हो गए हैं और उनकी जगह सलमान आगा को मौका मिला है। सलमान आगा पिछले 3 सालों से डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट में बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं रेड बॉल क्रिकेट के लिए और उन्होंने काफ़ी स्कोर किए हैं जिसकी वजह से वो अपनी सिलेक्शन को उन्होंने जस्टिफाई किया है फर्स्ट क्लास लेवल से। उम्मीद करते हैं कि फवाद का ड्रॉप ऑफ और सलमान आगा का ड्रॉप ऑफ जो है वो टीम के लिए अच्छा साबित होगा। कॉम्बिनेशन अच्छा बनेगा। स्टिल 6 बैट्समैन के लिए पाकिस्तान टीम गई है जिसमें रिजवान नंबर 6 पे बैट कर रहे हैं। मुझे लगता है कि एक बैट्समैन शॉर्ट है लेकिन देखना पड़ेगा कि कैसे परफॉर्म करते हैं बिकॉज टॉप के 4 बैट्समैन जो हैं वो अच्छी फॉर्म में हैं इंक्लूडिंग अजहर अली, बाबर आजम एंड प्लस द 2 ओपनर्स। उन्होंने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है पिछले सीरीज में भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ रन किए हैं तो उम्मीद है कि वो अच्छा स्टार्ट देंगे पाकिस्तान को। लेकिन उम्मीद ये की जा रही है कि श्रीलंका की टीम जो है वो एक हाई नोट पर है आफ्टर बीटिंग ऑस्ट्रेलिया। तो मजे का टेस्ट मैच होने को जा रहा है। टॉस जीत के पहले बैटिंग कर रही है श्रीलंका की टीम तो इसलिए इंटरेस्टिंग ये है कि वो पहली इनिंग्स में कितने रन बना पाते हैं। पाकिस्तान के पास 3 फास्ट बॉलर और 2 स्पिनर्स हैं। छठा स्पिनर जो है वो छठा बॉलर जो है वो सलमान आगा होगा। तो बॉलिंग के साथ तो पाकिस्तान की टीम काफ़ी बैलेंस्ड है लेकिन मेरे ख्याल में बैटिंग एक बैट्समैन शॉर्ट है। श्रीलंका की टीम ने अपनी टीम को उसी विनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन को रखा है उसमें से एक चेंज है लेकिन प्रेडोमिनेटली सेम विनिंग कॉम्बिनेशन है और वो बहुत अच्छे मोराल के साथ इस टेस्ट मैच में जा रहे हैं, बिकॉज ये टेस्ट मैच दोनों टीमों के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है कि वो जो भी जीतेगा वो अपनी जो उम्मीद है कि वो कैसे अपने आप को वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप टेबल के ऊपर प्लेस कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान का जीतना और श्रीलंका का जीतना वुड पुट देम सेकंड और थर्ड ऑन द लैडर, बिकॉज साउथ अफ्रीका जो है वो अपने 2 टेस्ट सीरीज खेलने जा रही है, एक इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ और दूसरा ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ। तो साउथ अफ्रीका के लिए मुश्किल होगा कि वो अपना सेकंड स्पॉट या फर्स्ट स्पॉट बरकरार रखें, और इसलिए जो भी टीम यहाँ से जीतेगी वो अपने आप को अच्छे पोजीशन पर ले जाएगी टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप में। तो देखना ये है कि कहाँ सीरीज खत्म होती है। पहले सेकंड टेस्ट मैच कोलंबो में था, अब सेकंड टेस्ट मैच जो है वो गोल में ही होगा, बिकॉज ऑफ पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन वो वेन्यू चेंज हुआ है। उसका फायदा डेफिनेटली श्रीलंका की टीम को होगा, क्योंकि श्रीलंका जो है वो अपनी स्पिनिंग ट्रैक्स पे बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है। तो ये बहुत दिलचस्प होगा कि वो कैसे इसको परफॉर्म करते हैं। I think we have lost Norman. I'll come back to English now. For all the viewers who have been listening to me talking in Urdu, I don't know how much you guys have got it. But I'll just read out a couple of comments. Thank you, Tahir, for saying good day. Ahmed Raza, Naseem Shah is very definitely an improved bowler. He needs to continue to blast his way into the ranks of fast bowling. Hassan Ali, I'm still not convinced that he's got his form back. I am agreeing with Ahmed Raza to have Fahim Ashraf as an all-rounder option that would strengthen your tail and would give you a bowling option as well. Sam Hazlitt talking about Hanscom. I think Cricket Australia have gone past Hanscom. Hanscom's got to score hell a lot of runs to be to coming back into the team. I don't think they'll go back to him. I think Inglis will play instead of Carey very soon, and Maxwell will be a good choice in India. It depends how they go with home series.
Back on, guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, you can't hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No, you can't hear me. Now?
How's that? Nothing. I don't know what's happened. All right, can you hear me now, guys? Let me know if you can hear me. We hear you now. We hear. Okay. All right, we hear you now. Okay, so I'm now walking from the SCG. Guys, unfortunately, this is the hassles of computerization you get when you're walking from location to location. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. So I'm actually in the parking area here of the SCG, and I'm walking towards them. Most of them will join again in a minute. So, incredible. Sri Lankan team and the Pakistani team are really looking quite good. The fact that we've got Yashir Shah returning for Pakistan is amazing. The fact that we've got a very informed Sri Lankan bowling side is also amazing. They both have got some great ability to really put on a great show. Sri Lanka batting first, having won the toss, will mean we will have what I would only call a spectacular match that we're about to see. We're going to go live a bit later when we're in the venue. Mosen's obviously had his period of time. We're going to be talking to the crowd here about World Cup, about the Australia-England rugby match. It's quite an incredible day. So stay tuned, guys. So this match starts in 8 minutes. Sri Lanka batting first with Fernando opening in place of Zanka, who was a very good player, obviously. Karun is a fantastic player. And the batting line with Sri Lanka with double centurion Chandimal, Angela Matthews, Niraj, Dick Weller, Carlson Mendes, Dan J. De Silva, also very good quality. Quite an incredible side, indeed. So there's no issue with the nature of the side. So, Robert, you can hear me, I can see. Pakistan is playing the three fast bowlers. I think this wicket's going to favour the fast bowling. Most of you back. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, nice and clear.
Oh, okay. It was obviously I went into a car park, and it was a disaster.
Right. Okay. I was just going to say, Norman, I'll let you enjoy a bit of your roving commentary and getting into the ground first and securing your spot, and then I'm sure we'll catch up soon because the test match, the game's going to be starting in 7 minutes, I think. And that's
all you guys England supporters? No, so just I'm live on the YouTube. Guys, who are you going for in the World Cup? Sorry,
Who are they?
Who are they? Wallabies.
Yeah, no, I think the test match is going to start in 6 minutes now, so I'll leave you to it, and we'll probably catch up, see how the day one unfolds.
For sure. But your prediction, just your last prediction again, is Sri Lanka.
I think I've got 60-40 in favour of Sri Lanka.
All right, thanks, Mosen.
Thanks,
a lot
guys.
for joining.
Talk to you guys soon. Cheers, Tup.
Thanks for the Urdu too.
Oh, no worries. Pleasure anytime. See you, mate.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. We're going to have fun today, guys, because we're walking to the SCG. Walking to the SCG in fine form. You'll be soon seeing the SCG coming up in front of me. And Mosen obviously spent some time with us just then. I'm here too early. The game doesn't start for several hours, but I wanted to get a good spot because of the membership. You get the membership spot, you then get the best seats in the place. So I'm sure this crowd will actually grow. So how long have we got now? We've got only a matter of a few minutes before we see Sri Lanka versus Pakistan in what will be a very exciting match. I'm amazed able to walk this late in the piece into the ground. It's quite incredible. All right, so what's your thoughts, guys? Do you think Sri Lanka's team's good enough to beat Pakistan? Pakistan will be a little bit underdone in these conditions. Third match in a row for Galle. In fact, it'll be fourth match in a row because Sri Lanka is going to play both their test matches here yet again due to the instability. And my backdrop there is the Sydney Cricket Ground, guys. And why am I at the Sydney Cricket Ground? I'm not here to watch. Here you go. You can start to see the Sydney Cricket Ground logo there. Gate 9. Australia are in fact playing England here in a game of rugby. Not rugby league, rugby union. Hasn't been played here for 25 years, so it's a rather big deal. And that'll be even more impressive as the night goes on. No vaping, no smoking, no e-cigging. Yes, so Sri Lanka are about to bat. We'll be seeing them very shortly. Here we have we're at the Barongal stand of the SCG. Paul Kelly there, a noted AFL player. So-called Barongal and Clive Churchill stands. How long have I got to go before the game start? It impressed Harry Tector after. Well, you're talking about the Irish team. They were magnificent. They did sensationally well against New Zealand. Almost knocked them off. Quite incredible. So here we are. We're getting ready. I'll hold the channel. How are you? Look at this. This is what's happening today. The game is sold out. And they've got this big Wallabies thing there. It's going to be a very busy day. The new venue look at the roof of the new venue. Looks fantastic. There's the new venue there in the background. We're extremely early. Hello. Sorry. I know we're here very early, guys. I apologise, but it's good because we'll get the best seats. You guys can come over here. We'll keep behind these people here. Come on. Is this the queue starting here, guys? Yeah. Okay, great.
It's an honour system.
Okay. So. So what you guys can do is you can go off and come back if you want to. I'm just saying you can go off and come back if you want to. Get something to eat.
When does the gates open?
Gates open at 6, don't they? Members' gates open at 6. Okay. All right. If you want, you can stay for a little while. We'll do a few. Huh? I'll put my iPad.
So we can't get in. But people are going in, or they just
They're staff.
No, but there's people wearing like
kilts. No, but they would be. They're not. So here we are, guys. Come and have a look. I can't see everyone. Now we're here. We're live at Sri Lanka. We're playing Pakistan. Janatul Shamona, who played for Bangladesh. Rapakshi, who plays a lot of sport and is one of our co-hosts. Christopher, my son, also a bit of a co-host, and myself. All right, so what we can do, guys, you can go if you want to, okay? And if you want, stay a little bit of time, we'll do a bit of stuff. So, okay, what's your thoughts on today, guys? Well, let's talk about Sri Lanka versus Pakistan. In Galle, in Sri Lanka, who's going to win?
I think it's not gonna be easy game. I think it's like 50-50 chance, to be very honest. But after first day of watch the game, and I can say which team gonna win, but not early.
Oh, that's a diplomatic answer.
Team. I'm not sure.
Okay. Kristen?
Pakistan.
Pakistan, there you go. He's saying Pakistan. I agree with him. I
Lanka,
agree with him.
They may have beaten Australia, but I don't think they can beat Pakistan.
I agree. All right, guys. What time is it now?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Is it 2? Huh?
2:30. Yes.
2:30. All right. Okay, guys. We're going to sign off from here. I'll come back later to you guys. We'll talk more later in the program. All the best. Which side is the delegate message stand? That's on the other side. Where I am now is, in fact, the member stand. See that there? You can see the member stand there. All right, guys. We'll see each other in about a few hours' time. Ciao.